How's it going, and welcome back to the Be Positive, Stay Positive podcast. My name is Nat, and I'm here for you. Every chance I get, I'm here for you to get inside your head and let you inside of mine. And maybe we can come together and make this a happier world and enjoy our lives. That's what it's all about. I'm trying to help you to enjoy your life. And if you get a chance, please go to bepositivepodcast.com. Let me know where you're listening to the podcast and tell me, share a story, or tell me what you think of the show. But before we get started, I got 3 shout-outs this week. The first one goes out to Kathy Kirsten from Dunedin, Florida. The next one is Anna from Salt Lake City, Utah. And the third one is Penny from Jupiter, Florida. Thank you, ladies, for listening to the Be Positive podcast. I really appreciate it. So today's show, what are we going to talk about today? Today, I'm going to give you 4 simple steps to think positive every day. Now, that sounds pretty easy, doesn't it? Well, there's a lot more steps than that, but I'm just going to go over 4 for now. But, you know, what's the point in being positive in the first place? Why even bother? Why not just go through life and do what you do and just don't worry about being positive? Well, there's real benefits of being more positive. There's a lot of benefits to do positive. We know that negative emotions are instincts programmed into our brains that help us survive. You know, so like if we came across a dangerous animal in the wild, the negative emotions of fear and anxiety would narrow our focus so we could all think about not becoming that animal's dinner. It's helped mankind to survive. Of course, modern life doesn't put us in life and death situations most of the time. So if you allow your negative emotions to narrow your thinking, that could be very harmful. It makes you less open and makes you hard-headed and difficult to communicate with. So negativity, it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Your subconscious brain cannot handle it. This is a proven fact that your subconscious brain, so when you say, don't smoke, or don't touch that, or don't do this, your subconscious mind skips over the negative words and simply hears smoke, or touch that, or, do this. It doesn't hear don't. It doesn't know negative. So it makes the decisions without us even realizing it. So what does that mean? It means that we struggle to change our negative habits into positive habits. It's hard to do that because you're so ingrained in the way you were raised and the way you've lived all this time that it's so very hard to change. But there's reasons you should change and be positive. You'll improve your outlook on the future. Positive thinking can actually improve your overall happiness. Duh, right? So if you're positive, it's going to make you feel happy. That goes without saying, and you'll be more healthy. Positivity has shown to directly affect your physical health. So negativity makes you sick. Makes me sick too. So let's get to the 4 simple steps to think positive every day. All right, let's cultivate that positive habit and be happy. Here's the 4 things. Number 1, prepare your environment. What am I talking about? Your environment, in this case, includes the people you spend the most time with and the messages you hear in your physical environment. So analyze where you are in your life, who you hang out with, and see if they're actually influencing you positively. That was a little difficult to say, but if they're not influencing you positively, then something needs to change. Either they need to be on board being positive, or you need to move along to some other people that are going to help you to get positive, right? Join a supportive community online, or do things that you want to do. Read blogs or books that inspire you. And what I do is I have little reminders on my screen. On my phone, I have Be Positive. Of course, that's the name of the podcast. But I have stickers all over the place, and I have little notes on my mirror in the bathroom, things that just keep me positive. If I happen to get off track, I'll have it right there to read and to see and to get me back on track. You could find a friend or a family member to help you too, So that's the first one. Prepare your environment. Number 2, start smaller than you think. Don't start with, I'm going to change my entire life in one swoop. Start with smaller things, little things, a little change here and there, or just trying to see the positive side of something and not saying, oh, here's what can go wrong. Think about what can go right and just enjoy the moment, right? Okay, number 3, take note of one positive moment every day. Something positive happens to you every day. It happens to everybody. There's positive things. Write that down. Notice what happens and write it down and see how you feel after you read it again. Write down that positive moment. One activity can improve your positivity. If you write it down, you can say, oh, there's a reason to be happy and positive. So one positive moment that you take notice of can help you to gain positivity and to think positive during the day. Number 4, try to meditate. Now, try to find a quiet place. You only need about 2 minutes. Meditating is very beneficial for the body and the mind. There's times when I'll get really quiet and I will just be by myself, even sometimes with headphones on, with nothing in the headphones, just silence, noise-canceling headphones, to actually listen to what my thoughts are and to listen to what I'm saying to myself, my self-talk. And I listen to it and analyze it and make sure that it's all positive and there's not some negative stuff that leaked in. I try to do that as often as possible. Sometimes people think I'm dozing off, but I'm actually thinking and meditating. But you can do that. And if you do doze off, you can use it as an excuse. No, I'm just teasing. But meditation is really good for you. Establish the habit for about a couple of weeks and see how it'll help you to get the strength to be positive. Filling your head with positive thoughts. The more you do that, the better off you're going to be, the easier it's going to become. So if you're around people that are positive, you're thinking positive thoughts, you're taking note of the things that are positive in your life that you experience, which would also tie into gratitude and being grateful for those positive things. But you take note of that and you meditate a little bit and just get inside your head and listen to what's going on in there. Get inside your own head. Be honest with yourself. There's a point in your life when you have to actually look into the mirror and see that person and be happy with that person, 100%. Don't give a crap what other people say. Are you doing what's making you happy? Are you honest? Are you loving? Are you caring? Are you compassionate? Are you empathetic? Are you successful? Are you where you want to be? If not, stare at that person and find out why and tell that person the truth of why they're not where they want to be, or why they're not positive, or why you're not happy, or why you don't have the job that you want. Because you don't pursue it. You don't follow it to the end. You gave up. You settled. Whatever the excuse is, you have to own it. You have to own your life. Everything in your life that you're experiencing right now, you have to own it and accept it as where you're at because of the decisions you've made in your past. If you want to think positive every day, you have to own your mistakes and own your successes and own the day. As soon as you wake up, it's your day to make whatever you want. It's your day. Other people are in your world, but they're trying to make their day too. And if they're not focusing on being positive, then their day is ruling them and controlling their life. So in order to have a happier life, you have to take control of your life and actually think about things that you want to become reality. Whether it's closing that big deal or landing that big client or asking that person out or whatever it is that you wanted to accomplish. As long as you have control of your thoughts and you're consciously thinking about what you want, you'll be all right as long as you do that. So thinking positive every day and trying to see the good in everything doesn't come easy. As with anything, when you first got on a bike, you didn't hop on it and start riding. You had to practice it. If you're a musician and you pick up a guitar and you wanted to learn how to play the guitar, you had to take lessons and learn how to play. If you're in the circus, you have to learn how to do whatever it is. Anything you want to be good at, you have to practice and do repetition and do it over and over till it becomes habit. Well, thinking positive works the same way. It's creating a new habit, something new that you're not used to that you have to work at. And you actually have to work at it. And if you don't work at it, it's not just going to come. And you will find every excuse why your life is miserable. But in the end, the excuse is looking right back at you from that mirror. So take a long, hard look at yourself and ask yourself, am I doing everything I can to get to where I want to get to in life? And that's that simple. And if you're not, then face it, own it, and take over and do it. You can do it, man. You can do it. I've done it. Millions of people have done it. It's your turn. Well, that's about it for today. This has been the Be Positive, Stay Positive podcast. Please go check out the website. Leave me a comment. I appreciate the write-ins and the shout-outs and all that good stuff. And I think we're doing a good thing here, and I'm glad that you're part of it. My name is Nat. This is the Be Positive, Stay Positive podcast. I think we can all do a little bit better. I'll talk to you later.